It is a very arduous journey when you're making the decision to live in your truth. It is not something that you just wake up and say, hey, I am this way. For many trans people, they will say, I knew who I was before the world taught me otherwise.
Waking up before SFCHC was very hard because I felt like my health wasn't taken care of. It affected the rest of my life. There was a lot of depression and suicidal thoughts that happened because I wasn't getting the proper gender-affirming care.
Facial hair, to me, would bring extreme dysphoria. We look in the mirror and it's just like, oof, there's the stubble again. I have to shave again.
People don't understand the things that we have to do when we're not affirmed, when we're not validated. It makes us feel like, wow, why am I here?
It's scary. It's really, really scary. I still deal with fear daily.
When I did not feel beautiful in my body and I was in my active addiction and I did not have the gender-affirming care that I needed, I was not out and about.
We're seeing across this country an increase of 72% of suicidal ideations by trans youth who are not being allowed to be who and how they are. The United States has essentially positioned itself to become one of the most restrictive countries in the Western developed world. We have endured a year where we're seeing CDC and other public health institutions and bodies remove the entire existence of trans people, both in their data, their interventions, on websites.
We have thousands of trans folks across the country going to various medical providers saying, I am a living and breathing transgender person and I need this gender-affirming care in order for me to feel like I can survive. We're seeing all these care providers reject claims, not authorize prescriptions or hormone therapy or surgeries. We're going back to this period in time in which trans people are just pushed into the shadows and are expected to conform and or just not transition.
We have become the health center for trans women across this city and county.
SFCHC has a really beautiful bias for us model where folks can see themselves reflected in both their providers and also the leadership. Trans folks and folks of color who are providing clinical care, behavioral health services, sexual health services, different programming and outreach capacities.
Last year, we served approximately 1,800 trans individuals, and that represents 66% of all of the trans women within the entire city of San Francisco.
If it wasn't because of San Francisco Community Health Center, I don't think I would be able to make it out here.
These things are necessary for our survival.
From the minute that I started taking hormonal therapy, I just feel so much more validated. It's easier for me to show up 100% myself.
When I found out that our funding would be cut, I felt unseen. It was finally a program set here by us, for us, and it was just taken.
If these spaces weren't here, where are folks going to go for primary care, for therapy, for case management, for support groups? We feed on average 30 to 50 people a day, so that would be 30 to 50 meals not given out to the community. That would be roughly 10 clients not getting behavioral health services, 5 to 10 HIV, STI tests a day that are not given out to clients.
SFCHC has the strength and the capacity to change that narrative and give that person joy, love, and laughter. It becomes contagious where everyone begins to feel it.
San Francisco Community Health Center, in all of its facets, will continue to answer that call and be that beacon of hope for many folks, both across this city and this country.
Trans people have always been resilient, and we will keep being resilient.
When people are trying to tear us apart, we need to stick together.
Education, visibility is so crucial.
We have to continue to be bold. We have to continue to be brave. Above all of that, we have to continue to see people just as they are, as people.